chosen one. This message didn't find you by accident. God led you here for a reason. Your soul has been asking for confirmation. Your heart has been wondering when, and your spirit has been preparing in silence. This isn't just about romance. This is about divine alignment. Because the love that's coming your way isn't ordinary. It's ordained. You've waited. You've healed. You've grown. And now, heaven is preparing to answer your patience with a love that doesn't just feel good, but fits your calling. Not everyone can walk with a chosen one. Not everyone can handle the oil you carry, the weight you steward, or the vision you've been assigned. That's why God was so protective with your heart. And now, your spirit knows it's time. Let's break this down in 7 powerful chapters. Before we go any further, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Because this isn't just another video, it's a divine confirmation tailored for you, chosen one. This message carries prophetic alignment, and it was released in your direction on purpose. If your spirit resonates right now, type 77 in the comments. That number isn't random. It's a sacred code, a signal to heaven and the universe that you're in position, healed, whole, and ready to receive a love that doesn't just feel good, but matches your mission. Not everyone will finish this message, only those truly called to love and lead with purpose. But those who do, you'll walk away with clarity, confirmation, and a prophetic glimpse of the love God is preparing for your future. This message is alive. You'll want to come back to it, because every time you hear it again, another layer of revelation will rise. Another divine puzzle piece will click into place. Don't treat this like content. Treat it like instruction for your heart, because real love is coming, and it's the kind that was made just for the version of you that's been becoming. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. You weren't delayed. You were being distinguished. There's something sacred about the wait, even when it doesn't feel like it. You've sat in rooms filled with smiling couples while silently carrying questions in your heart. You've wondered why love seemed to find everyone else faster, easier, and louder. But the truth is, what you were calling delay was God's protection in disguise. He was never late. He was intentional. Others were allowed to settle because their story didn't carry the same assignment. But your love story was never supposed to be average. It was designed in the presence of God, aligned with your mission, and wrapped in layers of purpose. While others were being fast-tracked, you were being handcrafted. While some were rushing into connections, you were being refined for covenant. This is why the wrong doors had to slam shut. The almost relationships that fell apart weren't failures. They were exits. God was refusing to let your future be tied to a counterfeit. He couldn't let emotional dependency become a distraction. He had to protect your calling even when you didn't understand why certain people walked away. In the silence, He strengthened your identity. In the loneliness, He purified your motives. In the stillness, He aligned your heart with heaven's rhythm. Because when real love finally comes, it won't come to complete you. It will meet you whole. You won't be guessing if it's love. Your soul will recognize the alignment. This season of waiting wasn't a punishment. It was divine positioning. God removed the noise so you could hear Him clearly. He stripped away the need for approval so you could stand in quiet confidence. He allowed the delay so you could grow roots before building anything lasting. And now, what's coming won't just make up for the wait. It will prove that the wait was worth it. When it arrives, you'll feel peace, not pressure. You'll feel clarity, not confusion. You'll see how every tear watered the ground your love will grow in. Every lonely night was a seed in the soil of divine timing. And what God is about to grow will be both beautiful and unshakable. You had to become the kind of person you were praying for. You had to be healed enough not to idolize the gift, but to honor the giver. You had to be strong enough to wait, even when it hurt, even when it felt unfair. You had to walk through the wilderness so you would never mistake false comfort for true connection. And now, you're not just ready for love. You're ready for the kind of partnership that builds legacy. This isn't a late blessing. It's a right-on-time release. And you weren't overlooked. You were set apart, not denied, distinguished. Because heaven had to finish preparing both of you before you could meet each other whole. And now that you're ready, the kind of love that honors your calling is already moving in your direction. Chapter 2. You had to heal so you wouldn't bleed on the blessing. There was a time when you deeply longed for love, but truthfully, you weren't yet ready to carry it. Not because you were unworthy, not because you were unlovable, but because your heart was still carrying wounds that would have leaked into what was meant to be sacred. God knew what you didn't, that a fractured heart, even when it's gifted a good thing, can still sabotage it. So he didn't withhold love to hurt you. He withheld it to heal you. The love you were praying for was always coming. But first, God had to get you whole enough to receive it. He had to go into the parts of your soul that were still bruised from abandonment, still shaped by betrayal, still guarded because of rejection. He had to gently remove the survival instincts that once protected you, but now blocked your blessings. And it wasn't a quick process. It was deep, intentional, sacred work. You were called to love, from overflow, not emptiness. So God began filling your cup. He walked with you through your grief, your silence, your lonely nights, and the tears no one saw. Because he wasn't just preparing your heart for someone else, he was preparing it for wholeness. You had to learn how to love yourself in your rawest form, not when you were performing, not when you felt needed, but in the moments where no one applauded you and no one showed up. You had to learn that your value didn't decrease in isolation, that your identity didn't shift because of someone else's absence, because the love that's coming doesn't come to validate you, it comes to walk with you. And if you hadn't healed, you might have mistaken healthy love as boring or fake. You would have been suspicious of softness. You would have pushed away consistency. You might have thought, this feels too good to be true, simply because it didn't resemble the chaos you were used to. So God had to deliver you from trauma-driven attraction. He had to detox your soul from false definitions of intimacy. He had to show you the difference between chemistry and covenant, between attention and true affection, between feeling needed and actually being known. He didn't just heal you for your sake. He healed you for the sake of your future union. So you won't project your pain onto someone sent to love you. So you won't self-sabotage a divine connection out of fear. So you won't call redirection rejection or call peace boring. God needed your heart to be clean, so the love he sends won't feel like a threat. It'll feel like home. And now you've emerged different. You're not chasing love. You're attracting alignment. You're not desperate to be chosen. You already know you are. You're no longer seeking validation. You're anchored in identity. You're ready, not because you're perfect, but because you're healed. This next chapter of your life isn't going to be built on desperation. It's going to be built on discernment. You will no longer entertain what drains you. You will no longer attach to what wounds you. You will wait, not in passivity, but in power. Because now you know, the healing wasn't just about you. It was about preserving the blessing. And because you allowed God to do the deep work, the love that's coming won't feel forced. It will feel aligned. It will feel covered. It will feel safe. Not because of the person alone, but because of the preparation you endured to be ready for them. Chapter 3. This love will align with your mission, not compete with it. There's a difference between a partner and a distraction. A divine partner doesn't pull you away from purpose. They propel you toward it. The love that God is sending your way won't ask you to dim your light. It won't make you question your calling, hide your gifts, or second-guess your spiritual walk. Because this love wasn't designed to compete. It was destined to complement. You won't have to choose between your assignment and your affection. The two will flow in harmony. You'll be able to love and build at the same time, to pray and plan in the same breath, to grow in intimacy without shrinking in influence. Because when God puts two people together, it's not for comfort alone. It's for calling. This love will not be threatened by your vision. It will be drawn to it. They will see your spiritual depth and honor it, not try to dilute it. They won't need you to make yourself small for them to feel big. They'll already be secure in their own identity, so there's no room for comparison, only cooperation, because they know it's not about ego, it's about assignment. You'll pray together, not just casually, but consistently. You'll war together, not just against outside attacks, but against anything that tries to divide what God has joined. You'll build together, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual. Because this love is coming with a blueprint, not just butterflies. It will carry strategy, not just sparks. And yes, it will feel different, not chaotic, not confusing, not conditional, but steady, safe, supernaturally aligned. It won't just stimulate your heart, it will sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. You'll look at them and realize, I don't have to explain my calling. They already understand it. They won't be impressed by your anointing. They'll know how to protect it. They won't compete for attention. They'll cover you in intercession. They won't feel insecure when you shine. They'll rejoice because they know your win is their win too. This kind of love doesn't just admire from a distance, it participates up close. They'll speak life into you on your weary days and celebrate you on your victorious ones. You'll serve God together without resistance. You'll dream together without fear. You'll correct each other with love, not control. You'll worship together in freedom and work together in wisdom. Because you both understand, love isn't just about romance, it's about responsibility to the kingdom. This isn't just emotional compatibility, it's spiritual compatibility. This isn't just attraction, it's assignment. This isn't a temporary situation, it's a timeless alignment. When this person comes, you won't wonder if it's real. Your spirit will confirm it before your emotions ever do. This love won't pull you out of position. It will push you deeper into it. It won't distract you from God. It will deepen your connection with Him. And it won't delay your destiny. It will accelerate it. Because what God is joining together isn't just a couple. It's a covenant with a mission. And when that kind of love shows up, it doesn't come to compete with your purpose. It comes to complete the next phase of it. Chapter 4. You had to be alone to learn what you deserve. Chosen one, isolation wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The season where no one called, no one checked in, and you felt like you disappeared. That was heaven's classroom. God had to remove the noise of others so you could finally hear the truth within yourself. Because before you could truly love anyone right, you had to first unlearn everything you believed about love that was wrong. In solitude, God became your mirror. He showed you the places where you confused attachment for affection. He exposed the wounds that made you think love had to hurt to be real. He confronted the false narratives that told you being chosen meant being used, and being loyal meant accepting less. And in that quiet space, he reintroduced you to you. You used to overextend, thinking if you just loved harder, they would stay. You used to give second, third, and fourth chances, calling it grace when it was really grief in disguise. You used to explain your worth to people who never had the capacity to see it. But in the stillness, God corrected your vision. He helped you stop begging for seats at tables you were called to build. Aloneness became the soil where self-worth began to grow. You realized you were the one keeping toxic connections alive. You were the one overcompensating just to be tolerated, not celebrated. But that version of you doesn't live here anymore. Now you know that real love doesn't demand your silence, your shrinking, or your suffering. And yes, it was painful. The nights you cried yourself to sleep. The memories you had to revisit and heal from. The people you had to release, even though you loved them. But all of it was sacred. All of it was necessary. Because you had to come home to yourself. You had to stop waiting for someone to choose you and realize you were already chosen by God. You had to become so whole in your identity that rejection no longer rewrote your value. You had to love yourself enough to stop chasing what drains you. And now, you're no longer starving for connection. You're secure in your uncompletion. God used that alone season to detox you from approval addiction, to detox you from trauma bonds, to break the cycle of being the emotional fixer in every relationship, and to show you that being alone doesn't mean being unloved. It means being aligned. Now, when love comes, it won't find you empty. It'll find you rooted. You won't compromise your boundaries just to keep someone. You won't shrink your brilliance just to make them stay. You won't interpret butterflies as a green light. You'll discern with peace, clarity, and wisdom, because you finally know the difference between being wanted and being worthy. You no longer see aloneness as a curse. You see it as a course that taught you how to guard your peace, honor your soul, and love without losing yourself. You're no longer afraid to be alone, because in that space, you found power. And the next person who comes into your life will meet someone who is full, not looking to be completed. Someone who can love freely, because they've already been made whole in God. The season of isolation birthed discernment. It built your standards. It deepened your walk with the Spirit. And now, you're not waiting in weakness. You're waiting in wisdom. And that wisdom will guide you into a love that mirrors heaven's heart, not just human desire. Chapter 5. This love will be familiar to your spirit, not just your flesh. Chosen one, the love that's coming for you isn't ordinary, it's ordained. It won't just turn your head, it'll touch your soul. This connection won't be built on impulse, charm, or physical admiration alone. It'll be rooted in something eternal, something ancient, something your spirit already agreed with before time began. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, God already knew who you were assigned to walk with. And when this person shows up, your spirit will remember. You may not be able to articulate it in words, but you'll feel it, not in your body first, but in your being. Because real love, divine love, doesn't start in the flesh. It starts in the spirit. They will feel like home, not because they mirror your brokenness, but because they honor your healing. You won't have to chase them, impress them, or constantly explain yourself. They'll just get you. Your presence won't overwhelm them. It'll excite them. Your dreams won't intimidate them. They'll want to build with you. This won't be the kind of love that sends you spiraling in confusion. It won't trigger your abandonment wounds or leave you questioning your worth. Instead, it will feel like alignment. You'll feel seen, not just for your looks or your accomplishments, but for your heart, your spirit, and your soul. And that's how you'll know it's God, because it won't come to tempt, it will come to confirm. You'll have peace, not pressure. You'll experience growth, not games. You'll hear language that matches your future, not lines that play on your emotions. They'll call you higher without shaming your process. They'll support your calling without needing the spotlight. This connection will be marked by spiritual maturity. Prayer will come naturally between you. Worship will be a shared rhythm. Purpose will be your bond, not performance. You'll know that you've met someone who isn't just passing time. They're walking in divine timing. There will be no need to fake interest or hide parts of yourself. You'll show up fully, and so will they. Because when love is divine, it invites authenticity, not performance. You won't have to explain why you're so discerning, so deep, so intentional. They'll already value that about you. Their soul will already be speaking the same language yours does. And you'll look at them, and something within will whisper, "This is why God told me to wait. This is why every counterfeit had to go. This is why I couldn't settle for less than what I prayed for. Because now, what you prayed for has shown up with purpose attached." This love won't be a distraction. It'll be a divine reminder that God didn't forget about your heart. You'll smile without fear. You'll plan without panic. You'll trust without trauma. Because you'll know that God didn't just send someone, He sent the right one. This love will not just hold your hand, it will hold your destiny in alignment. It will challenge you gently and love you deeply. It will affirm you consistently and honor you completely. And most importantly, it will mirror the love of God. Patient, kind, strong, and secure. Chapter 6. Your union will be a sign, not just for you, but for others. Chosen one. Your love story is not just a personal breakthrough, it's a prophetic sign. God isn't simply aligning you with another person for comfort or companionship. He's forming a covenant that reflects His nature, His faithfulness, and His timing. This relationship will be a living testimony, a visible demonstration of what it looks like when two people choose purpose over preference, purity over popularity, and calling over convenience. The union God is orchestrating for you is not average. It's assigned. And when the two of you come together, something will shift in the spirit realm. It won't just be a romantic bond, it will be a divine alignment. Together, you will represent restoration, redemption, and what it looks like when heaven's agenda is manifested in the earth through love. People won't just see two individuals in love. They'll see God's fingerprints all over your journey. This relationship will break cycles that ran through your bloodline. It will heal wounds that neither of you could have mended alone. It will restore belief in promises that seemed long overdue. You'll become proof that waiting on God isn't wasted time. It's woven time. Time spent allowing God to work in you, so that when love arrived, you could build, not just bond. You won't just enjoy love, you'll steward it, because this union carries responsibility. It will require prayer, discernment, grace, communication. But because God brought it together, it will also come with supernatural support. Heaven will fund it. Angels will protect it. The Holy Spirit will guide it. Your relationship will serve as a lighthouse, helping others navigate their own journeys. Marriages on the edge will find hope again. Singles who were ready to give up will regain strength to wait. Your union will remind the world that God still writes love stories. That covenant is not outdated. That holiness is still relevant. That divine timing is still real. You may not even realize it at first, but others will watch you, not out of envy, but out of inspiration. They will ask, "How did you meet?" They will wonder, "How did you know?" And your answer will always go back to one thing: God did it. You'll walk into rooms and change the atmosphere together, not because you're perfect, but because your love carries purpose. You'll cover each other in prayer before you cover each other in plans. You'll seek the kingdom first, and God will add everything else. There will be power in your unity, not just attraction, but activation. When you speak together, chains will break. When you agree in prayer, breakthroughs will happen. When you love each other well, heaven will celebrate. Your union will be a signpost, pointing people back to a God who sees, who hears, who ordains, and who delivers on every promise. It will be undeniable that God's hand is on your lives, individually and collectively. And that's why the warfare was so intense. That's why the waiting felt so long. Because this love story isn't light. It's loaded with legacy. Together, you'll write books, build movements, mentor others, serve communities. Your love will overflow into every room you enter. And long after you're gone, what you built together will still be speaking. Chapter 7. This isn't just love, it's legacy. Chosen one, this isn't ordinary love. This is ordained love. It's not the kind that just makes you feel good. It's the kind that makes you become more. You didn't wait this long, heal this deep, or grow this strong just to settle. You are being positioned to partner, not just date. And what's coming to you is not just affection, it's assignment fulfillment. This love will not fade with time. It will mature with it. It's the kind of love that doesn't panic under pressure. It prays. It doesn't shrink in spiritual warfare. It worships. It's love that listens to God first before speaking to each other. Your children will grow up seeing what healthy love looks like. They will know what it means to be covered in prayer before being covered in gifts. They will hear, "I love you," spoken with truth and backed by consistent action. They will see two people who didn't just love each other, but honored each other. This love will build legacy, not just memories. You'll establish principles, prayer routines, family rhythms, and spiritual altars. You'll create a safe space, not just emotionally, but spiritually, where joy is normal, peace is present, and God is the foundation. Everything you lost in previous relationships, God is not just replacing it, He's redeeming it. This new love will carry restoration in its voice, healing in its embrace, clarity in its presence. You'll wake up grateful, not anxious. You'll go to sleep secure, not second-guessing. And it will humble you, not because it's perfect, but because it's real, it's rare, it's relevant to your mission. Chosen one, this love isn't here to distract you from your calling. It's here to deepen it, because when you are loved right, you serve from a full heart, not an empty one. And that's what makes this relationship legacy level. It won't die when emotions fluctuate. It will live on in what you build together. You'll birth more than children. You'll birth ideas, ministries, movements. People will look at your union and see more than chemistry. They'll see covenant, And that covenant will speak even when you don't, because it carries God's glory. So get ready. The weight didn't break you, it built you. The heartbreaks didn't ruin you, they refined you. And now, the promise is manifesting, not in fantasy, but in faithfulness. Chosen one, this isn't just love, it's legacy in motion. Walk into it with boldness. Receive it without apology. This is the love that matches your mission and multiplies your purpose. And it was worth every second of the wait.